Welcome to Do Try
Not to Die.
We're in the forest.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome. There's a forest.
Exciting times.
It is exciting.
And we have set each other a challenge today.
Yeah, there's a challenge.
More actually set by YouTube. We had a couple of guys say that what they wanted to see us do was to build shelters proper
shelters.
And so we're doing something different today. We're not sticking together, are we, Tom?
No, we're going on our own into the forest and we're going to build shelters, and then we're going to convene back together tomorrow morning to find out how each other has done and whether we've survived.
Yep. You guys can choose who's done the best job. We both have a camera, so you can see both of our points of view.
As you can tell.
There we go. And so I think now we'll split up. We've talked about it, we both have different ideas for what we're going to do.
Yeah, we both have different designs.
It's getting dark, so we don't have that much time.
Yeah. Problem one is, it's a Friday evening, we've come from work. It's 10 to 5. Darkness will arrive in about an hour and a half. And in the woods, obviously, it'll get darker sooner.
Yep.
We have army rations to eat, so we're testing that as well. It's going to be good.
Yep.
And we're not going to be cold, and we're not going to get wet.
Nope.
And it's definitely not going to rain, and it's going to be awesome.
Follow us and see how we do.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
No.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bye.
Okay, viewers, it's trying to find somewhere to set up base, and we're over here at the moment. There's a lot of trees, so it's more covered, but that makes it a bit more difficult to actually build the shelter. There's this area which is more open. What do you think? You're going to be yelling at the screens at the moment, telling me where you think I should go. I'm thinking in here, but there's not enough room. Maybe over here. It's a bit more damp, mossy ground, so probably colder. Maybe there's somewhere up here a bit more. Mushrooms. I don't know mushrooms well enough to trust myself whether I can eat those or not. In fact, let's do a close-up, and one of you guys can tell us. Looks a bit like a donut. First issue is getting rid of this big tree. I've decided I'm going to go here, but this is all attached. There's a vine here. That's not great, right? How do I get rid of that?
Hello friends, this is going to be my shelter. We've got a cross beam across there and 2 sticks that we've wedged in the forks there. I say we, I. And I'm just going to stack sticks up at the back here. You can see there's an old shelter of the same style Jack's building there. Unfortunately the sticks aren't long enough really for me to use in mine, which is slightly frustrating. Wondering whether I should have built it slightly smaller, but I'm going to stick with the plan, though it doesn't mean finding my own materials, which is probably fair. Tom's log, sweating profusely, thinking I was going to get cold in a t-shirt. No. We have almost a structure, a couple more big sticks in the middle there, and then I'm going to start covering it on the back with smaller sticks, branches, twiglets, not the food twiglets, actual twiglets. Start covering it up, and then if I can start chucking some leaves and stuff on. Don't know at this point whether it's worth trying to start a fire while it's still light, or whether the shelter is more important. I had a discussion about that with some friends the other day. Couldn't decide. No one could. So anyway, probably more shelter, bit of fire, then more shelter. Don't know. Wonder how Jack's doing. Hopefully he's having as much luck. Awesome. Bye.
Pretty hot, pretty sweaty, but the shelter is taking place, or taking shape even. We've got the long pole there, and we're just going to line up racks of sticks along the sides and then cover them in leaves and other foliage in the hope of making it at least potentially slightly, maybe water splash proof. We shall see. Progress report. Things are moving on well. Got quite a few good logs going on there. Still very hot, still very sweaty. Getting a bit darker, but things should be okay. hopefully be able to cover this in a load of stuff to make it warmer, and then start fire lighting. I really want to beat Tom with the fire lighting. It's probably the hardest bit of this, so I don't know how far along in his build he is, but...
Welcome. I'm just trying to start a fire. Now, Jack normally does this, so I don't know how good I am at it. I've got a pile of sticks ready, and I've got some birch bark.
Right, let's see if we can get this fire lit. I'm going to try and balance this. Maybe we put it there. See how that looks.
Let's see how it goes.
Right. So. It's difficult to keep all this stuff together. Rapid.
I'm not sure this is staying lit. Desperately trying to hit critical mass here. I think I don't want to miss out now
I think we're away, guys. That was tense. But I think we're okay.
I'm thinking I can call that success now. 7 minutes, the camera says. Oh yeah. Shelter up. Give you a shot. One. Don't know how much of that you saw before the camera fell over. One birch bark fire. Classic.
Woo!
I'm just going to keep feeding this to make sure it doesn't go out, just for a moment. More later.
Oh my goodness. I was very nervous about that. It took a while, but look, I think we've got things underway. That should be self-sustaining by now. If we just keep putting on the twigs, then we should be away.
Welcome back to Camp Tom. Fire is going. Got some bigger logs on there that are kind of cooking away. And I'm just going to see, we've got our army ration packs, and I just want to see what I've got inside it. So let me show you. Jack bought these, and so I haven't had a very good look. I've got one meal, which is chili con carne and rice in there. And I've got hot drinks. I have got a cherry turnover. hot chocolate flavoured drink. Golden oat biscuits. Sports drink. And then there is a pack which you can use for cooking your food if you don't have a fire. But we have a fire, so I'm going to not worry about that. And then this hazelnut spread. I'm not sure what I'd spread that on, maybe that's for the biscuits. Anyway, have some food. Looking forward to eating some of that. I might have a snack now. I think general thought for me is maybe a bit later when the light is completely gone, because as you can probably tell, if you can even see, it's getting quite dark already, and I won't have a huge amount of light left, so I think use it while I've got it. So maybe some oat biscuits, and I don't know if I'm supposed to use hazelnut spread on the biscuits or not, but I might do that. Anyway, I'll come back when we're cooking.
I'm going to collect some more wood for the shelter. This side doesn't look that great, but if you come from here, I think I did this side first, so everything's all neat. But then when it comes to racking it up on the other side, that makes getting it all even far more difficult. I'm going to have to leave some sort of hole in the front so that I can get in. Not too much so that all the heat escapes. We shall see what we can achieve. Now it's just a matter of finding enough wood out here, which shouldn't be a problem really. Fire's going nicely. I was going to build a seat here for observing the fire and cooking on. We've got ration packs which we brought with us that have boil in a bag food and snacks and stuff, so I might have a snack in a bit and then do the boil in a bag later. Firewood collecting. Not firewood collecting, shelter collecting. Right, and so now. Must find wood, must find wood, must find wood, must find wood. Oh! Found this, dangling from a tree, some vines. Either George of the Jungle that stuff, or use it for tying stuff, which is always useful. Shelter's looking even better. You can see the fire through it, isn't that picturesque? I am extremely excited. Things are going well. I can't wait to eat, I'm so hungry. I reckon Tom is doing okay, he's probably struggling to light the fire, but you never know. I wonder what kind of shelter he's built. Need to get some coverage on that so it's more airtight. Alright.
Hello, welcome to Tom's Camp. It is, let me check the time on my watch, 7 o'clock. As you can see, it's really quite dark. Just give you a bit of a, there's the forest there, through the smoke. As you can see, beyond the trees it's actually quite light, but down here it's still quite dark. I've got a fire smouldering there that I've just put some more wood on to pick it up, because I'm going to cook some dinner now, which is exciting. I've got the final thing to do, which I'm probably left too late, but we'll see. I've got a load of bracken there, which I'm just going to pile up on top of my roof, just to make sure that if there's any dew or rain or anything like that, that we're not getting damp at all. Hello, don't know if you can see me, I'll lean in the light a little bit. Dinner is about to be served, very exciting. Got my ration pack there, it's just been on the fire. And I am looking forward to some eating, and I'll back to you with that in just a second when I've opened it up and let it cool slightly.
Okay, so it's getting really dark now. It's actually quite a bit lighter outside the trees, but in here it's getting almost pitch. This is very hot. I am still sweating like a maniac from literally been running around to try and get all this stuff done in time, because it takes so long. I never realised. So finished putting bracken on top, and then sit down and cooked the main meal. I think I've got meatballs. Pretty happy about that. Okay, onwards.
Here I am. Just gonna find somewhere to balance you, because I'm sure you want to see me eat the start of my dinner. Don't you can see that? I've got my Chili. And my bushcraft chose pork advertising there. Obviously, I'm sure they'll give us £10 off now for me doing that. Let's see what this puppy tastes like. Oh, look at that. Actually, really hot. It's like it's been cooked on the fire or something. That is so good. This is going to be a good meal. Chili is good. Chili is slightly spicy. Chili is hot food. And I am still wearing a t-shirt, even though it's pitch dark in the middle of the forest, thanks to my fire and my wonderful shelter. So that's an epic win. I'm going to stop you having to watch me eat all of my dinner, but I was going to say wish you were here, but it's really lovely and quiet and on my own. It's quite nice. I'm just hoping that Jack is having just as good a meatball meal somewhere else in this forest. See you soon.
Time for dinner. I am so excited. It's here. I think it's just about cooled off after being in the fire. Oh, I am so ready for this. So I'm just going to cut into it. It smells so good. It smells so good. It's very hot. Oh, it's amazing. Right, guys. Also, we got a cherry turnover in our ration pack, and these are amazing. They taste so good. So we've got a main course, there's dessert, there's enough to make hot chocolate, there's some sweets. There's a whole host of stuff in there. I don't think I'm going to go hungry, if I'm honest. I think we should be okay. Next is to move everything inside the shelter, all my bags and stuff, and then set up the sleeping bag and the roll mat, and maybe read a book or something. Here we have the sleeping arrangements. So, shelter's there. And then inside is my bag, and then the sleeping bag goes in there. So really, just a pillow. Should be nice and cosy. Fire's just out here. Not necessarily going to warm very much, but still, I think I'm going to get my book out and read a bit by the fire. It's really nice. You can hear the crows, which is kind of creepy. There was an owl a second ago. Hopefully you can see me. I've got my light set up there so that I can see inside my shelter. But settling in for the night. I have a balaclava on and this warm buff style thing that a friend knitted for me, which is pretty cool. But I was so cold last time, I am not doing that again. I'm ready to have a cold night. I think it'll be warm enough in here, but just in case, I've got lots of layers on. So, thank you everyone for being with me today, keeping me company, and I hope you sleep well. Good night. Morning, guys. Sleep was okay. It was a bit cold. I'm not sure the shelter really made. I don't know. It would really help if it was raining, but maybe I'll show you all around it. But whether it was actually warmer inside than out, I don't know. There's the inside. If you see that. But right now, I've just remade the fire and gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna pack up and go and find Tom and see what he's built. Pretty exciting. So, I hope you guys had a good sleep last night. Probably better than me, but actually it was probably better this time than it was the last time we did the outdoor camping. So, next time you'll see Tom and I together and we'll be comparing camps.
Morning everyone. It is, I think, about 8:30 and the fire is out. I slept really well, it was warm, my shelter is still standing. As you can see, I'll turn the camera around in a minute. I can hear noises all night, badgers, all sorts of things creeping around, which was quite interesting. None of them came particularly near, but you can certainly hear them in the distance. So it was good, really nice night's sleep actually. Fire went out, I think it was going out about 2, so I relit, and then I think it probably went out about 4, half 4, but I was plenty warm enough in my sleeping bag. So yeah, exciting times, and more on the shelter and everything else in a moment. Welcome back. I'm trying to film now on the other side of the camera, so apologies about that. Here's the back of the shelter, and I'll just take you around and show you where I've been sleeping. For some reason the camera on this side of the iPhone is somewhat better than the camera on the other side, which is slightly dubious, but there we go. There is my shelter. As you can see, it's a kind of lean-to. Got these forks that are kind of holding it up, and then I've been sleeping under there with my fire in front of me, and it's been really warm, it's been really nice. I kept cosy in my sleeping bag, kept most of my layers on, I must admit, but just, yeah, not even slightly cold, lovely. So yeah, very happy. So what are we going to do now? I'm going to leave this set up so Jack can come back and see it in a minute. But I'm going to go for a wander and see if I can find out where Jack pitched camp. There's some tracks over behind here, and I know roughly which direction he went off in, so I'm going to try and find him. So come with me and we'll see what we can find. So this forest that we're in has all these tracks heading off, so I'm going to wander off and see if I can find Jack down this track, and I'll come back to you very shortly. Welcome. I think I'm almost to where I think Jack is, so somewhere around here. Jack! I hear a voice. This Camp Jack. The shelter looks like it's worked amazingly.
Oh man, I expected to see. Oh.
This is weird.
Come in. Here we go.
Wow, I am actually excited by that.
So
am I getting that right? Yes.
I don't remember what A-frame? I don't want to lean on it, it's not that sturdy. A-frame shelter with bracken as coverage. I slept in there, you can see.
It's pretty awesome. I'm filming this on the front camera of the iPhone.
Yeah.
Because the other camera just makes everything really dark.
Ah!
So this camera's not so good.
And then my fire, and then my seat.
Nice. I like what you've done there.
That's about it.
It's good.
There we go. I'm excited.
Very exciting. How was your night's sleep?
Well, I didn't have a fire near my shelter because I thought it might catch on fire. So it was relatively cold, but sheltered from the non-existent rain.
The non-existent rain. Yeah. I feel like a problem would have been if it had rained.
Yeah.
That we'd have had not enough time to put enough layers on the top of the shelter to protect us.
Yeah, I don't know about you, I was running around like an absolute maniac trying to get it all done in time before it
Oh, really?
was dark. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I had faith.
I think we would have had, well, I would have had problems if it had rained.
Yeah. You never know.
It could have been okay.
Think positive.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really good. It was a nice night's sleep. I said actually. Did you record your podcast episode?
I did record my podcast episode.
Nice. So I said on the podcast that I just loved being out and not having anything to do, just having time to just be, which was quite weird but nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
I probably said almost the same sentiment.
Really?
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
I can't remember now.
All right.
Very
Right.
good.
Well, should we go see your camp?
Yeah,
take me
we
to
can
your
do
leader?
that. We can do that. Do we want hot chocolate first? That's the question.
Yes.
I bought my sachet of hot chocolate.
Organised.
Winner. Back in a second. Hello. We are almost at... What are you laughing
I
at?
was pulling a funny face.
Completely serious here. My camp is just over here, and I'm going to show Jack my camp.
I'm so excited. I can't see it yet.
It's not a euphemism. I'm Jack.
Oh, look at this! You made a bed. I knew you'd make a bed.
I made a bed.
You made a bed.
You already knew that.
How was the bed?
The bed was slightly lumpy, but alright.
It looks amazing.
It's pretty good.
So you told me you were going to go for this style with the fire in the front and this. It looks so cool. It looks a lot cooler than mine, I've got to say.
I don't know if it is better, but yeah, it does look pretty cool.
It looks, because you've got like a whole setup. It looks like you've actually set up camp, whereas my stuff is just, I've got
I'm feeling quite chuffed right now.
it's like there's a frame and then I've just thrown my stuff in there. But this looks amazing.
That's probably also partly about tidying skills.
Yeah, look at this. So these, I guess, leaned against the tree.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be kicking these out because
No, that would go badly. I'd have to dig everything out.
How did the fire do at keeping you warm?
Great.
Yeah?
Till it went out.
Oh.
And then the air came in.
The air came in. I am so impressed. And
Pretty
jealous. I think I might go for this style actually. If thinking about the two, if we were going to do this again, I'd go for this. Depending on.
That's a winner. I'd go for mine as well.
Well,
I think we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
you guys can decide because you get to see us build them and actually be in them, and people probably know a lot more than we do. So if the conditions were different, who would fare better? But I think having the fire available is such an advantage.
The fire was good. The fire was warm. I read my book. It was nice.
Cool.
Exciting times.
We're gonna have.
Back to your camp of hot chocolate.
Yes.
I was promised hot chocolate.
Well, it's boiling now.
Yeah.
Do you guys want some hot chocolate?
If anything, the walk over here has probably left it boiling a little bit too long, which is a little bit awkward.
That's right.
We'll see. It might have all boiled away.
It's not like there's a kitchen to boil into.
No,
It'll
that's
just
true.
put the fire out. Although in the rations, it's as you read it, didn't you? It's chocolate flavoured drink.
Hot chocolate flavoured drink.
It's not even chocolate.
There's no chocolate in it. Apparently, it's hot chocolate flavoured drink. They've taken a drink. Why not put chocolate in it?
I know. It's not that expensive.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well,
Anyway, I'd love to say back to the studio, but we don't have a studio yet.
we do.
We should get a studio. This is the studio. The studio. Back to the studio, which basically means back to here, which means we're there already.
Back to the B studio.
I think we've lost this. Right.